Good morning, YouTube, and today we have Altergeist. This is definitely not a definitive build of Altergeist, but this is definitely a fun one that I found to be semi-successful and quite fun. Sorry, for the monsters, we have a playset of Altergeist Mollusk. She's probably my favorite personal one because she can attack directly, and if she's sent to the graveyard, you can add an Altergeist monster from your deck to your hand, except for herself, which is pretty good. Gives you some nice little consistency and a nice little gimmick of attacking directly, which works great with a lot of the other cards choices I went with in here. Next, we run a playset of Soliloquy. Soliloquy wasn't my favorite to begin with because you have to return a card from your field to your hand in order to bounce your opponent's cards, but it's actually proven to be pretty decent, and in my opinion, running just a maxed out number of Altergeists, especially until the new ones come out, is pretty nice, and especially in order to resolve your trap cards. So we play him in a playset of him, and he's pretty decent as is. And he's a 2-star, which works with our extra deck a little bit, as you'll see here after a bit. Next we have a playset of Marionette. Marionette is your play starter. It lets you set an Altergeist from your deck, and when she's sent to the graveyard, special summon another Altergeist monster from your graveyard. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and Soliloquy has a nice little effect of being able to search your spells or your trap cards, which is pretty darn nice. Next, I run a playset of Concrete. Most people like to run one or none. I personally like it because it's a nice little effect veiler / battle fader, such, you know, just a bunch of negators. Gives you nice 2400 defense and a potential link material for your next turn. So it's pretty nice, and especially in the kind of stunning deck that this is, it works pretty well. Moving on, our last two monsters are Blue Boy, Spellbook Magician of Prophecy. We're on the Spellbook engine, so that will go right into our 2 Spellbook of Secrets and 3 Spellbook of Knowledge. This might be a little bit overkill in comparison to most people's build in terms of this whole entire Spellbook engine, but I kind of enjoy it. It gives you a nice little ability to see it, and just more targets because all your monsters are spellcasters. We run 1 Magic Planner because I only have one. It's a nice little consistency deal, and most of the time you want your trap cards to remain on the field as is. But it's nice in order to get rid of those dead continuous traps, give you a little bit of extra consistency when you need it. Next, we run a playset of Secret Village of the Spellcasters. Personally, I haven't seen really any builds that run this, and it's pretty darn nice in this kind of a stun deck where you're going to hopefully have your monsters remain on the field. My favorite thing is to have a Mollusk equipped with one of the with your camouflage, and have a Secret Village on the field. Then they can't activate spell cards, and they can't destroy your monsters. This is pretty fun. It's a little gimmicky, but I enjoy it. Playset. We're on 2 Cosmic Cyclones because backrow is it's our business. It's not your opponent's business. We gotta get rid of theirs. A 1-for-1 because again I like Mollusk the best, so I try and get see as much as possible. Next, we're on a playset of Protocol. Protocol is great because it protects your monsters from having their effects negated, and you can negate your opponent's monster effects. It's pretty darn cool. Next, we run a playset of the new Manifestation. Manifestation is essentially a Call of the Haunted that gives you a card whenever it's sent to the graveyard. It's pretty darn cool. Next, we run a playset of Camouflage. Camouflage is one of my favorites because it prevents your monsters from being destroyed, but it doesn't prevent you from taking or from them attacking directly, which works really nicely with some other one of my choices in here. And it works as a Return of the Dragon Lords Engrave, where you can banish it instead of your Altergeist monster being destroyed. That's pretty cool. Next, we run 2 Personal Spoofing. Personal Spoofing is a really great card. I don't want to run 3 because once you have one, usually that's all you need, and then the second one, just for seeing it, and then it kind of becomes dead on the field. Since you want to have enough room for all your other Altergeist trap cards, it's kind of just nice. Moving on, we run 2 Drowning Mirror Force because it works great with Camouflage. Just an all-around great card, especially if you brick, which you do a lot with this deck. 2 Storing Mirror Forces, and a Solemn Judgment, because we can run Solemn Judgment, and so I do. Moving on to our extra deck, it doesn't make too much of a difference what you run in here. These are just some personal choices that I have fun with. 1 Link Karibo, because you can go into it with your Mollusk. 2 Link Spires, because there's a lot of times where your opponent's just going to give you tokens or a monster, and you just need to get rid of it, so you just use the Link Spider. Misses for the Link Spiders. Underclock Taker, because it's just a nice generic thing. Again, if your opponent's giving you cards, might as well just utilize them. I run triple of the Hextia. I'm going to read her effect because I always have to reread it. She gains attack equal to the original attack of an Altergeist monster she points to. When a spell trap card is activated, a quick effect, you can tribute one Altergeist monster that she points to, negate the activation, and destroy that card. She's sent from the field to the graveyard. You can add an Altergeist card of any variety from your deck to your hand. Once per turn. So she's really great because she finally gave him the deck a Link 2, which is something that is a lot more obtainable with these archetype rather than the Link 3. But it's pretty nice, especially until we get the new Link. It was a really nice boost that the deck kind of needed. One Prime Banshee, I don't really go into her that much, if at all. Her effect's just pretty darn awesome if you actually do get it off. You can tribute an Altergeist monster, especially an Altergeist monster from your deck, to a zone that it points to. And she's sent from the field of the graveyard, you can target an Altergeist card in your graveyard, add to your hand. So she's pretty nice, a 21 beat stick in Link 3, but really you don't need to go into her that much, but she's nice in case you need her. One Decode, one Borreload, and one Skull Drive, just because to round up our just links, because that's really what you go into here most. Fun little Xyz is that using Blue Boys in your Kunquery, just if you ever have the random chance, you get 2 Blue Boys on the field, you can make Totally Awesome. I just throw in here because why not? I have the space, might as well throw Totally Awesome. But with your Soliloquy and your Blue Boys, your most potential Xyz is rank 2s. And so we run a Herald of Pure Light for just a little bit of recursion, and a Sky Cavalry Centura just to round it up. And that's going to wrap up my Altergeist deck profile. It's definitely, again, this is not the definitive build of Altergeist, but it's a lot more fun. I have a lot more exciting time studying my opponents, especially with the Secret Village. And it's just nice, a little bit more budgeted into some of the aspects of it. Just something for you to test. Hope you can grab something from this. Use it in your own build. Check out definitely what other people have done because they know the deck so much better than I do. But I've had a good time with this build and hopefully gives you something to start with. Anyway, thank you and have a great day.